Hello and welcome to Fram's Readings, and I thought I'd do a Litha vlog rather. I'm going to be in Glastonbury for Litha, and I'm going to try and film what I get up to while I'm there and share with you what I do. If I'm in the temple, I'll share that with you, and likewise if I'm in the chapel, I'll try and share that with you. So come along and enjoy. I love walking along the old railway track. It's been disused now for many years, and then it was landscaped into a footpath, and it goes quite a few miles, and I love walking about 3 miles along this disused railway and then stopping to have a packed lunch. There's nothing nicer than having a packed lunch outdoors with a lovely fruit tea, and especially on a beautiful day like today. It's nice to see what's going on around you. Now, it is said this disused railway is haunted. Tales of ghostly trains, yet it did not feel like that today. Everything was still, calm and quiet. I love taking the bridge over the railway back up to the canal, which takes me home. It's lovely to see all the trees in bloom, and on the way home I am lucky enough to see a heron standing there solitary, waiting patiently for the food within the canal upon which it is staring at, watching. And it takes flight because it has seen something and swoops in for it, coming back to the canal bank, waiting again. It doesn't seem to be perturbed by my presence. It just stands there watching, still and solitary. Taking flight again to find a new feeding spot further up the canal. What a beautiful sight to see. As I walk the route home, I take this cut through the woodland because it leads to the back of the road upon which I currently live. And I love to see the squirrels darting about within this woodland. I love to hear and feel the crunch of old autumn leaves underneath my feet. And I love to hear the wind rustling the leaves in the canopy above. I feel blessed, lucky, and being in this woodland allows me to feel detached from the world around me, feeling calm, feeling connected to nature and to something older. I am blessed. When I'm on my walk, I love taking photographs of the local flora and fauna, which often appears along the canal. I love seeing everything in bloom, and it's a perfect time of year to take photographs because everything is in bloom or is coming into bloom. And all these beautiful plants They're wild plants, many which have medicinal properties, such as hawthorn and nettle and dandelion. I love walking and taking in what nature shows us in the spring and the summer, a time of growth and abundance. And it makes you stop and wonder. And then when I've taken these photographs, I often, on my journey home, sit down and sketch them and research their meanings, both magical and folkloric, and then I enter those meanings into my journal. It's a nice, mindful practice, and it helps you to learn about the natural plants and wildflowers in your environment, and it teaches you that nature is beautiful. Flowers are beautiful, and it can bring with it mindfulness. I journal, and I often draw an oracle card for the day. And then, after I have drawn my oracle card, that is when I often sketch the plants I have photographed that particular day and research their magical and folkloric meaning. And the beauty of this all, it costs nothing, but it is beneficial. When I'm in nature, I love collecting things like these alder cones and twigs. And when I get home, I like to make things with them, such as this hanger that I have made to hang herbs on. Not many, admittedly, but I also use things for crafting that I have around the house and incorporate the things I have found in nature into them. And that way, I've got something from nature. And I've done the same with this little card holder, so that when I draw my daily tarot or oracle card, then I have a beautiful woodland-themed holder to put it in, using the things that I've collected in nature to make it with. Of course, I don't spend every hour of my day in nature. I do have readings to undertake during my day, such as this crystal ball reading that a client ordered from me, and where I also select some crystals such as rose quartz and clear quartz to help amplify the reading. And I enjoy doing these readings. I also do tarot readings as well for clients. So when I usually come back from a nature walk, I will then focus on doing client readings. And sometimes I will do those readings before I go for my walk. But either way, my day usually involves client readings in some shape or form. At Litha, I come to my altar and I do a simple ritual. I light incense to offer, and I stand in silence and in contemplation that we have reached the longest day of the year and the shortest night, and knowing that slowly the nights will turn and get darker again. I am thankful for the year that has come so far and that what is yet to come. I honour the sun by crafting a sun that I have made myself. And I simply stand at my altar in reflection. Nothing grand, just simple reflection for the Sabbath. I have Sabbath cards, which I use to indicate the Sabbath. And I like to stand here and reflect. No grand gestures, just intention.